The largest decrease in a chance to reach the postseason from opening day to today. How about this? The Mets were thought March 30th, 77% chance. They're going to do it. They got Verlander, they got Scherzer, Lindor, Alonso, etc. Fast forward to July 27th, a differential of 63, along with the Cardinals and Padres, Yankees, and Angels. All teams. This is, by the way, according to Fangraphs, in terms of teams they thought would be contenders. It's interesting now, Dan, you look at it. How do you evaluate the Mets' 2023 season when you're looking into next year?
You know, I think you look at teams over a 3-year period of time. Again, I don't think the Mets were a 101 team last year, but guys, I really don't think they're as bad as the way they've been playing this year. Just from an experience standpoint, when we won or went to the World Series and we lost the Red Sox in 2007, when we got to spring training in 2008, myself and everybody collectively felt we're just going to pick up where we left off because the team was the exact same group of guys, a whole nother year of experience. And just not, I learned painfully, that's just not how the game works. You got to go back and kind of start all over again with your fundamentals and your team defenses and all the things that you do in the spring training to create team chemistry and a focus on winning. The Mets didn't have a chance to do that at all this year. All these players that went to the WBC, and then on top of it, Verlander got hurt. He wasn't ready to go at the start of the year. Scherzer started the year, then got hurt. He missed time. They never got a chance to make any adjustments to the new pitch clock and the rules of the game. And so I don't think they're a 101-win team. I don't think they're as bad as they were this year. They're somewhere in between. And honestly, where do they go? Their farm system has already produced a catcher and a third baseman, maybe a DH in Vientos. They don't have a ton more guys coming, and their arms aren't ready to come. So you kind of have to regroup a little bit. They definitely need a bigger bat in a corner position in an outfield, an aircraft carrier. I think you just got to get back everybody together and reset everything and come in next year with a whole different mindset than they came in this year with.
And next year, $236 million payroll. Now, Scherzer could opt out, but $236 before he even go to arbitration, guys. So you're locked into it.
And he's not opting out.
He's taking that money.
$43 million.
Well, the biggest thing you look at, too, is age. Look, the clock doesn't stop.
Right.
And some of these guys are aging real quick as the season's gone on. That's been part of the problem, too. They're playing older than you thought they would be.
Yeah.
And that happens. Some days you wake up and boom, all of a sudden, wow, hold it, I can't do what I used to do.
Yeah.
And I think they're running into that with a couple players as well. So they've got some real soul searching to do. They got to figure out where they're going. The problem is you got a lot of locked-in contracts like that right there. No trades, money in, and they're locked up. So it's going to be interesting.
They have a little bit more of an advantage because with Steve's money, they can buy contracts down and move them and get value back. It's just when your system's not producing younger players to replace them, you're back on the market doubling down on somebody else when the contracts of the players you have are running near the end, which is what you want. The two greatest currencies in the game are payroll flexibility and young, impactful players. They don't have enough of number two. Number one doesn't matter to them. Yeah. Different than most clubs. So they're a very interesting team to follow. I'm fascinated by them, but I don't think Alonso's age regression is hit yet. I don't think McNeil's. I don't think Lindor. Nimmo's actually having a good year. So there's a core of players there that have a chance to be good next year again.
They have the oldest pitching staff in baseball, third oldest group of position players. And by the way, Pete Alonso, free agent after next year, so you have to pay him as well.